That felt good. I always feel good after a workout, but somehow just going to the gym is always a big hurdle, which I usually do not overcome. I wanted to go to the gym for quite a while, but I just kept stalling and just went for a walk, which is not a bad thing because I'm active, I'm moving, but it's not going to the gym, which I wanted to do. So eventually I asked myself, what would 15-year-old Layla do who went to the gym 4 to 5 times a week? Now, she would go to the gym no matter what. Even if it is raining frogs, she would go. And I'm not going to be beaten by a 15-year-old, so I went to the gym as well. Hello, I'm Layla, and welcome back to my weight loss and self-improvement series, a journey that focuses on long-term change. I currently have a plan that consists of 4 components, plus some additional things that I want to try out or I am redoing because they can be or they are beneficial. Let's dive right into the first one. Have a morning and evening routine. In the previous video, I said this. If I have to start from just doing one small thing and have to building it up, then I will have to do that. Well, I forgot that quite quickly. But I also got reminded about it quite quickly. And that's because I was reading The Best Version of Myself. And I was reading what the best version of myself would do if she wanted too much and then gets quickly overwhelmed. Which is take small steps. The first days, I still wanted too much. So I dialed it back a bit. But then I still wanted too much. So I had to dial it back to doing just one thing in the morning and in the evening, of course next to like the basic necessities, and that is in the morning reading a book and in the evening also reading a book. I tend to grab my phone first thing in the morning and stay on it till the bitter end in the evening until I fall asleep. So reading a book is a replacement for my phone usage. Okay, that's not completely true. It's usually in combination. So in the evening I will still use my phone, but I will start the day with reading a book and I will end the day with reading a book. I did this on multiple occasions these last 2 weeks. For example, asking myself, what would 15-year-old Layla do in terms of going to the gym? Or what would the best version of myself do in the case when I want to do too much? When I am learning and researching things, I would try to ask myself, what would a medical student do? Now, I've been watching quite some YouTubers that either are now in medical school or they've been to medical school and they know how to study and how to remember the things they are studying. I find it sometimes a bit difficult to get into the headspace of a certain identity or a certain person, especially with the medical student one. But when I simplify it or I do the absolute bare minimum, I tend to manage. I'm still learning about ultra-processed food, which I will do for weeks if not months. I think it's an important subject to understand. I'm still reading Ultra-Processed People by Chris van Tulleken, and I've been watching a Dutch program and a Dutch talk show talking about mainly ultra-processed food, but also the rise of obesity, the marketing of the food industry, especially towards children, and a rigorous advertisement by a large fried chicken company having a family deal for only 15 euros for 4 people, coming down to 3.50 a person for a whole meal, and then they would say, it's cheaper than your groceries. I mean, come on. That's just sad. And a lot of people will probably buy it because it's cheap, it's delicious, and you don't have to cook yourself. These kinds of deals and advertisement are very, very unfortunate. Going back to ultra-processed people, one thing that the book suggests is to keep eating UPF while reading the book. It's the same principle as Ellen Carr's easy way to quit smoking. So I do that. Something that I've been doing again lately is reading the ingredients list of everything that I either am buying or that I want to buy. Not only that, sometimes I just grab random things because I just want to see what the ingredients list look like. And usually I'm like, why? Why? Make it make sense. I've been reflecting once every 3 days, and I've noticed that I write things less specific and less in detail, feeling like my reflections are a bit flat. They are still okay, and I still get insights about myself, so it works. But I think it is better for me to switch back to daily reflections or every other day. Writing reflections do not have any rules, so if you want to do it once a week, that's fine if that works for you. If you want to do it daily, if you want to do it every other day, every 2 weeks, every month, or maybe even every year, just have one big major reflection. Whatever works for you, it doesn't have any rules. I did some time blocking. Not every day, mainly not on the days when I go to work and when I'm in the office, but I did it a couple of days. It helps me get more productive. I don't do everything that I wrote down to do, and I don't do them all in the right order, but I still get stuff done, and I am more productive with time blocking than without. I started again with casting votes for or against me, and it started off a bit grim because there were more votes against me. But as I kept going and going, I turned it around and I got more votes for me than against me. And I will make either a separate video about this concept, or maybe in the next video, or in some of these kinds of videos I will explain it a bit more in detail. I made more homemade meals than I used to. For example, these kinds of meals. Okay, maybe not all of them can be classified as actual meals, but for me, they are. Was great because I appreciate my food more, and homemade still tastes better than if you buy things that are pre-made, especially if it's frozen. I lost 0.3 kilos. Which it doesn't sound like a lot, and I did expect to lose a bit more. But nonetheless, I lost weight. I am progressing and I just have to keep on going. By the way, normally I would wear a green floral dress. I've been wearing that since the beginning of my journey because I do not want to weigh myself with just underwear and a sports bra, because when I step on the scale it reflects, so you will then see my body, and I do not want that to be on the internet. So I thought, let's put on a dress. But I have no idea where my green floral dress is. It got lost in the laundry somewhere, I think. It's not that much of a problem. This dress and the green floral dress weigh the same, so it's fine. So week 13 and 14 had a little bit of trial and error, but also some small improvements, which were actually great improvements, because I took small steps, which means that I had great wins. It sounds a bit cliche. Most cliche things are true. If you are on your own journey, I hope everything is going well. Please let me know on what kind of journey you are on. I would like to know. Here a reminder that you can do it. I can do it. You can do it. We can all do it. You got this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Tabe. Sky is so beautiful. Oh, I love this so much.